Guys, welcome back. So this is not about fragrances. Today, I want to share to you about what are the things to prepare when you plan to travel, or if you're a beginner traveler, right? I'm not a seasoned traveler, but I just would like to share an experience to you based on, or what are the things to prepare based on our experience, based on what I read, what I watched as well. So I think hopefully this you find this very helpful, especially if you plan to travel, not just domestic but also international travel. So hopefully this video is helpful for you. So let's go ahead and start. Number one, I would like to say that purchasing tickets, whether domestic or international, what I do is I am a thrift traveler, so I purchase the ticket months ahead of time. Piece of fare, 88 fare, 688 fare, base fare. I also tried I think the 888 base fare. Uh, Generally, I purchase discounted tickets. I tried AirAsia before, but right now I already find the new website confusing. So, yeah, I'm that's why I'm back to Cebu Pacific, and yeah, I just purchased again seat sales ahead of time, like 11 months, 9 months, 10 months ahead of time. And then after I purchased the ticket, that's when I purchase gradually, let's say the transportation, like the bus, if we go to, let's say from Thailand to Cambodia, the bus tickets, or the Airbnb, or the cruise or anything, or the tours that we would like to enjoy during our travel in that certain place, right? So, and then eventually during travel time, so I will just have kind of pocket money for I have just money for food, extra expenses, or for shopping as well, right? So ingana na lang siya ang ako ang kuan, because I usually purchase the things or the activities ahead of time. And also for the seats. Now, I would like to share this to you because I did read a post before, that was before, and it was about the she was not happy because she was assigned to the seat that she did not like, so she was unhappy about that. Now I would like to share this to you. If you purchase a discounted tickets and will not purchase the seats ahead of time, so the seats will be assigned during check-in. That means that the airline will choose the seat for you when you either online check-in or check-in at the airport. And you cannot choose that seat. They can assign you either the middle seat, the window seat, or the aisle seat, right? Because it the the seats they offer depends at the time when you check in, either online or at the airport, correct? Now, if I'm traveling alone, so for example, when I went to Siargao, I was traveling alone, or when I went to Manila to watch the concert, I was traveling alone. I don't mind sa seats, so I don't purchase the seats ahead of time. I just do the seats assigned during check-in. So, katong sa Siargao na ako sa middle seat, no biggie, because of course, wala man ko nag-purchase of seats ahead of time, right? However, if I travel together with my daughter, whether domestic lang siya or international, I make it to the point na mag-purchase the seats ahead of time, because we had an experience. as well. This is not just the low cost airline. It's it's happening most is if not all of the airlines. I'm also working in a travel agency, so I have a little knowledge about that. So at the time when we went to Palawan, I believe more 48 hours man siguro sa Cebu Pacific that you can do online check-in. I totally forgot. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Basta pag open sa online check-in, I immediately log in sa akong app and then nag-online check-in. And then could you not? The si Kaylan was kanang sa right side siya, and then she was seated kanang near sa front, the middle seat, and then ang ako naa sa back, layo pagid siya naa sa middle seat. And this we have one ticket, one PNR, one airline confirmation. That happens because again, the seats depends at the time of the check-in nga gi-offer sa airline. Unfortunately, at the time or at mo to ang available ni seat, so lagyo me. But ideally, if the same ramog airline confirmation, one ticket, one PNR, ideally, if you travel two or three sa imong family or what have you, you you guys will be seated together. But does not happen all the time. So you have to set yourself an expectation as well that it does not happen all the time. As much as we want to be seated together, especially sa atong family, sa atong friends, it doesn't happen. But if you guys will be seated together during the times of check-in, well and good. But again, ideally, of course, it will be seated together, but it does not happen all the time. It happens sometimes nga magbuwag yun mo. So at that time, of course, my daughter was about maybe 10, 11 years old or 9 years old. Correct me if I totally forgot. Right around that time. So she's a minor. And as a mother, of course, we want our daughter to be safe. I'm not saying that she's not safe, but of course, we want to make sure that we're there together with our daughter, correct? So I purchased the seat, which is a good thing because even though you're already checked in, you can still go ahead and purchase the seat that you want. So we were seated together at the time already, right? So that's what I would like to hopefully, uh, hopefully this will find you helpful regarding the seats. Also, I highly recommend to purchase the bags if you have the bags, or if you purchase check bag directly on the airline's website. You can also purchase the travel tax to save you time and to save you the hassle sa kanang sa linya-linya. Why not just go ahead and purchase it online? You can purchase it ahead of time or even during online check-in. That way you don't have to linya-linya there. But of course, if you want to do that at the airport, why not as well? Correct? No worries. It's just a highly my recommendation or just a highly recommend to do those stuff online because it's it's easier. And if the airline some airlines offer online check-in as well, so if the airline offers online check-in, I highly recommend to check in online. I do that all the time, either domestic or international. But we had an experience when we went to Thailand that when I checked in online and I received an error message that it did require me to check in at the airport. So I know that since it's check-in at the airport, there will be so many questions, and so when I we were there early, and yes, I was indeed right. There were so many questions even during check-in. What more pag abot na mo sa IO? Sa IO so far, only in Thailand that we were questioned so many things, and even my daughter was questioned. But other countries when we traveled, muana man sila nga, ma'am, igsuon mo or anak ni mo. And then I say, she's my daughter, so parehamog now. And that's just it. Yeah, enjoy your travel, mom, and then that's it. Or enjoy travel niyo po, like that. But katung sa Thailand, we were asked, even sa check-in pa lang, we were asked the documents, hotel accommodation, um, the number of the hotel accommodation, the bus receipts, going to Cambodia and going back to Thailand, all the tours that we purchased, even the check-in, which I understand. It was no biggie. I understand that they just wanted to make sure that I'm not trafficking my daughter. So yeah, I totally understand that. Even as I understand that. But what I'm trying to say is that not all the time that you can do online check-in, but if it allows you to do online check-in, I highly recommend to take advantage of the online check-in. It saves you from, you know, uh, saves you from, you know, sa taas kay nga line. We're also we're also the type of person that we pack really light. So we only do carry on, either domestic or international. But for international flight, we do purchase the check bag directly on the airline's website ahead of time for pabalik na siya. Kay mo na siya mag-shopping ka, na kay pamaliton this and that, so di gud kay daghan. But at least, but na kay pamaliton mga pasalubong so mana siya i-check bag nimo siya, yeah. So mana mag-purchase mig check bag kay di na gid na siya pwede sa carry-on kay makuha na ta na sa airline. And also uh, I also recommend to read, especially to read or watch videos or be informative, or be informed, I mean, with regard to the weather, kung unsa ang temperature or the weather sa place or sa country you're traveling to ana nga month, ana nga time. Because I also had an experience sa Vietnam. It was lesson learned really sa Vietnam. So of course, di ba, ganahan siya kag OOTD. When you travel, of course, OOTD. It's a new place, ana-ana. So we purchased because I was again not knowledgeable. I was under the impression nga ang weather sa Vietnam or temperature sa Vietnam is exactly just the same in the Philippines. So I was expecting it's hot. And sa mid-air pa lang ni, it was actually really hot. But when we landed, nahimo na siyang 16 degrees. And um, it was, and when we traveled at the time, usually di ba bugnaw man ang airplane. So magdala kog hoodie, ako ang own nga hoodie, si Kayla nasa siya own nga hoodie. Could you not, nakalimtan pa yun ako akong hoodie. So si Kaylan ra ang naay hoodie nga jacket, right? And it was 16 degrees. I don't know if ang Baguio, I've never been to Baguio, if Baguio experienced 16 degrees as well. But sa Cebu, wala na yung 16 degrees sa Cebu. Sa Cebu, it's hot. I'm from Cebu and it's hot. So pag ngadto na mo, when we landed, it was 16 degrees. And si Kaylan Ramoy na hoodie. And then we were already very hungry. So the first business was to eat pho. And then after that, good thing na yung mga stores ra kay naaraman mi sa Hanoi, sa center sa Hanoi. Among hotel kay naara pod center sa Hanoi. Among Airbnb. Na siya yung mga stores dito. And the good thing about that time, because it was Chinese New Year, and they had this sale ng mga 70% off. So I just want to go ahead and buy something to prevent us from being cold. So mi sudra mi usara ka store among gisudlan, wala na miya nang nag-shop pag asa-asa nga store. Usara ka store kay I just need a jacket. But then again, we saw this trench coat, and my daughter really did like the trench coat. And since it was a 70% off, or 70 75 something, it was only about 250 or 300 pesos. It was good thing nakabarato taon ko, and then ako na lang nag-use sa hoodie ni Inday, and then she was using the trench coat. And also, of course, because we booked the overnight cruise sa Halong Bay cruise. So ang among na purchase nga OOTD kay again for summer, right? Summery. So of course OOTD, and then naaka sa cruise. So ang imong gipalit kay kana jong two-piece. And it's really cold. It was really cold. And then there was an ocean activity kanang murag nag, what do you call that? Kayak? I don't know. It was for 2 hours yata to siya. We were just playing there, and it was really cold, but I had to, you know, endure it. And then pagka morning, we had another boat ride activity, touring about the caves or something. Uh, after me nag kana pre-breakfast sa cruise, so and then the fog was really covering sa kana ganing sa cruise. It was really cold. Pero ga two-piece gihapon ni wala man may choice. And then when we came back sa cruise, I was literally drinking coffee all the time. Yes. So that's why it was a lesson learned. Uh, be be informed about the weather. You can watch videos or just read uh, what's the temperature or what's the weather like sa country nga imong adtuan sa time nga mong adto ka. Yeah, so yeah, I've learned that the hard way. And of course, watch videos about what are the things that you can do for, what are the fun things that you can do, how to greet the locals, at least greet the locals, how to maybe ask please, uh, a little bit of language sa country nga imong adtuan, and of course, you know, what can you do, where to go to, and all that. But especially there are so many things that you can watch. Of course, I'm not saying that you will have to follow everything in a video, but that's something that you can learn. For example, if you go to Bangkok, you can go to the Grand Palace. You can go to the floating market. These are the things that you can actually watch sa YouTube, right? But then again, me as a I'm a type of person that I like things that are not so common as well, or not very common. So for example, when we went to Thailand, my colleague said when I posted our pictures, "Did you really go to Thailand, George?" Because we did not go to the Grand Palace. We did not go the usual one that we watch on the video. We went to Lumpini Park. There was a park. We had a free, like a 15-minute duck ride, boat ride or something. And then day after, we went to Kanchanaburi. So, and then we were pictures. Did you really go to Thailand, George? Yeah, it's in Thailand. It's the countryside of Thailand, but we went to Death Railway. So it's not the usual that we tend to watch on YouTube videos, because you can go ahead and search the things that you can go to as well. You can either follow go to Grand Palace and everything, but you can. I also highly recommend that at least one day that you can go to a place that are not common, but it's fun. You get what I mean? So yeah, we went to Kanchanaburi, so, and then when we went to Hong Kong. Usually, what can you do to Hong Kong, right? You go to Victoria Peak, the Disneyland, the some water the something, or katong the mountain, the Buddha, when you do the crystal right there. So yeah, we went to Disneyland, we went to that Buddha as well, but we also went to the wetland park, which if you watch videos about Hong Kong, they tend to night market, what the Victoria Peak and all that, but you don't. There are videos about the wetland park, but not much. So what I do is I just actually search the things. Are there things that I can do in this country or in this place so that we will go to? So we went to wetland park, although it's really far. But it was fun. Even my friend, my colleague said, asan ang wetland park, George, sa Hong Kong? So, yeah, it's really far. It's also the other side, kanang, diri the usual subway, gani nga mo sakay ka, uh, going to Disneyland or going to wherever. Uh, but it's on the other side siya nga kuan, other side siya nga subway. It was really far, and then I did not even know kung pila among na pliti. When we went to Hong Kong, I just keep on loading my card. Unsa to nga card katong loadable card nila. I just keep on loading my card. And I did not know how much was the fare, but I did know that it was really far. It was on the countryside. Mingaw na kayo siya, but it was fun. And then there was even a tram pa after the subway, musakay pa kag tram. It was really fun. It was really huge, and I had fun at that time. So this is what I'm trying to say. But of course, it's if you want to just go for the popular places, there's nothing wrong, right? Go ahead and do so. But but if you are also like me who likes to explore, I always do that. That I like to explore places that are not maybe that common. So I would also like to go. So of course, when we went to Cambodia, Angkor Wat, there's no question about that. So that's my those are my recommendation for you. So if you want to add something based on what I shared to you, based on my experience, based on what I've read or I watched, let me know. And maybe I will also, hopefully, I will be able to share to you my experience about going to places, what we did. And if you like this kind of video, let me know. Thank you. Bye bye.